All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of BrickWall Reviews. Yes, it's Mandalorian Friday. Yes, you know what time it is. I'm about to review the latest episode of the Mandalorian, and I swear to goodness beans, I will never have this camera right so I can run a gag. Anyway, so you guys, this is your second time seeing me tonight. If you guys have the time, you have the time. Go ahead and check out my last video where I reacted to the news about the Disney Investors Day. I gave a very in-depth explanation about everything that was revealed. And I also got into a little bit of my HBO Max rant at the end. So I think that kind of covers that video, please. So, but in the meantime, guys, remember to like and subscribe. Hit that like button if you like this content you're seeing here. And remember, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will mean a lot. Just to give you guys a recap of the content we have coming up, we drop content every week. Last week we did our review on Godmother, the Disney Channel original, not Disney Channel, the Disney Plus original film, and Sam's anime review on The Tower of God is coming. Yes, it is coming. It is coming. So you got to make sure you stay tuned for that. But for right now, I'm going to jump right into this Mandalorian review. Season 2, Episode 7 of The Mandalorian, called, and I have it here in my notes, so don't judge me because I like to read my notes, called The Believer, Chapter 15, The Believer. So this episode, it picks up right after the cliffhanger, not cliffhanger, but the ending of the last episode, Episode 6. And we find Cara Dune, who Mando approached at the end of the last episode to help find Miggs Mayfield from season 1 to assist with a task. They have to find out where Moff Gideon is and how to contact him so they can get back Baby Yoda, aka Grogu. Yes. So this episode, I'm gonna go out right out and say it. I liked this episode. It was action. Of course, all these episodes have action in it, but this one I like the action in it. I don't know what I didn't like about it so much. I thought it was a good episode. I don't really have any dislikes. I'm getting that out the way right now. The ending of it had a pretty nice setup. I think the next episode is the last episode. Like I said, I don't check to see how many episodes are left in the season of a show. I like to be surprised so that when it is the last episode, I feel good instead of preparing myself for it. I know it sounds like torture, but I enjoy doing that. It makes the experience all the more better for me. It takes me back to classic TV days, right? So when they get to of course, they're going to pick up Mayfield from his prison sentence, and they go over to the planet. What is the planet? Guys, I told y'all I'm mad. I always don't know these planets. But so far, we have Cara Dune, Boba Fett, the other chick whose name I forget all the time, and, of course, Mando himself. So what they have to do, they pretty much have to break in to a refinery to access a terminal and steal the coordinates that will help them find, of course, Moff Gideon. And this refinery is on Morak. Finally found the name for it. So, of course, they end up, they're able to get into one of the vehicles that's transporting a product known as, I'm trying to see, guys. I don't remember names like that. Okay, well, remote Redonium. I'm going to call it explosive stuff. So they're transporting, it's a truck that's transporting explosive stuff. And what happens is that they have to find a way onto the base. Now, Cara Dune can't get into the base because when they scan the faces, she'll come up in the system as a rebel alliance. She'll come up in the system, they'll recognize her, boom, plan's over. Bill Burr's character, Miggs Mayfield, he can't scan there because he used to work there. Come up, boom, plan over. Boba Fett can't scan his face because, of course, he's the OG of the clone army. So they go and recognize his face and be like, yo, what you doing here, bro? Get out. And, of course, the other chick that's along with them, she can't scan her face because, she's probably wanted as well. So this only leaves Mando as the only one with the faces unrecognizable because Mandalorians cannot take off their helmets. Of course, it's part of the code. This is the way. Well, at least for Mando's tribe of Mandalorians, if you will. So they end up hijacking one of the vehicles that's transporting stuff, and while they're en route on the transport, some pirates start attacking the Imperial troopers and Imperial soldiers, and it just so happens that since they're driving a vehicle that is the Mando and Mayfield are driving. I don't know why I keep forgetting the name. And Mayfield are driving one of the Imperial vehicles. The pirates decide to attack them too. So this leads to a really cool action sequence I thought was really great. You have Mando without his armor with a different. He has one of the Imperial trooper costumes on. So it really leads to a nice action sequence where it shows, I think this showcased Mando's skills without the armor. And I thought that was really cool. It's a part where he gets cut, he gets hurt on his arm. And it's interesting to see how it kind of took me aback a little bit because it's like, dang, I'm so used to him taking the hits. And I think he was too. It should portray that in his character. So he's just taking the hit and going, boy, pow, and smacking him around, right? But this time he actually gets hurt. He gets taken down a little bit, and he has to actually fight a bit harder than I think he's had to fight through the entire series. And I thought that was amazing. I thought that was good character development as well. It shows a different side of Mando's training and combat skills, and it shows that he's more deadly than we think, right? So they're able to bypass the pirates, which is, again, a really cool action sequence, and they get inside of the base where they have to get the information so that they can know how to track down Moff Gideon. I know I keep saying that, but it's like this was one of those this is one of those straightforward episodes. Like, okay, this is what we have to do. This is what's going to happen to get there. So it's kind of like another episode that was pretty just straightforward. I know in the beginning of the season, there was a lot more to talk about in terms of the plot, in terms of things going on. But as these episodes are starting to slow down and come to a close for this season, in my belief, I do think it is 8 episodes. So as things are coming to a close for the season, things are kind of starting to just be like, okay, linear as opposed to more expansive. We have the team that we're working with, we have the mission we need to be on, and we have the ultimate goal that we need to wrap up before the end of the season. So while they're in the terminal, we'll scratch that. The terminal, that the information that they need to get, Mayfield could have gotten it, but because he used to work in that exact location there, which is why they recruited him to come on the mission anyway, because he worked there before and he sees a guy that one of the generals in there, and he's like, well, he might recognize me. And the system there has to scan your face first before you can get this information. So Mando goes in there, and yes, we do get, for the second time in the series, a sequence where Mando takes off his helmet. And I don't know why. It's always a shock. It's like, oh, that's what you look like under there. I was like, Speed. For me, I was like, Speed, do you really sound like that? Pedro Pascal, of course, does an excellent job portraying the Mandalorian. And it was interesting. Like, his mask was off like a really long time. And of course, again, part of Mando's entire character is that I don't take off my helmet. It's against the way. I don't do it. But the times that he's done it, it's desperate times call for desperate measures. And so this was a desperate time calling for a desperate measure. So after Mando is able to successfully get the information, before he's able to put back on the stormtrooper, it wasn't a stormtrooper, but it was an Imperial trooper helmet. Before he's able to put that on, the general is walking over to him. He's trying to figure out who he is. He almost gets caught. But then Mayfield comes over and is like, hey, nah, cool, this was me. So at this point, canonically, Mayfield is the only human that is still alive, that has seen the Mandalorian's face. Very interesting. So it turns into this really interesting and really tense scene where Mayfield is talking to the general, and he's like, because he has like this grudge there where his men, part of the team that Mayfield was on, was led into battle, and most of the people that were in the battle with Mayfield, they died. And he kind of holds that against the general. It's like, innocent people died that day. We didn't have to die. And so the general's up there. He's just like, and this is how he sounded, guys. So I'm not making jokes. This is how he sounded. He's like, well, why don't they sacrifice? Always something that happens. People think they want freedom, but they just want order. And when they get the order, they're happy for it when they realize it. Mine is the laugh. That's how he sounded. So while he's giving this speech and giving this talk to Mayfield's sitting there getting pissed. And you can, part of what I like about this episode too, since we're seeing Mando's face, you can see the facial expressions he's making. He's like, oh shit, what am I sitting on? What am I watching? We got to go. Chill out, bro. We just gotta have these drinks and get out of here. And then Mayfield is just like, you know what? Cool. And he just ends up shooting the general, and then that leads to a shootout, and then explosions, blah blah blah. And I said blah 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 because the typical action cliches. Things blow up, our heroes escape, and they're able to make it out. Again, this is a very straightforward plot. They're able to make it out. They do let Mayfield go instead of taking him back to the prison. They allow him to go free, and they say, well, he died, so, there's no need to bring him back if he's dead. They kind of do that whole thing. So right now, Mayfield is free, out there, presumed to be dead in official records. I guess that have to be reported to the prison. He's dead, but realistically, he's out there just living life at this point, I suppose. My thing that I loved about this episode is actually the closing moments of the episode where Moff Gideon gets a transmission coming from Mando himself, helmet on, of course, and he's basically telling him, he's like, yo, coming to beat your ass for that child. And if you don't hand Grogu over, if you don't hand little baby Yoda over, you won't catch these hands, boy. You won't catch these Mandalorian hands. It's on. So this sets the stage for what I'm going to say is probably going to be finale next week. So this sets the stage for the finale. So now in our finale episode for the season, we will have Moff Gideon trying to protect himself and his asset from Mando, who is trying to save Grogu. So I think that this episode does a really good job of setting that up. So far in the season, I think that everything that happened in the season, the pieces all fall together. It's really good. I do like they had new armor on Boba Fett. It was the same kind of outer piece, but they kind of gave him a different inner piece, I guess. Yeah, inner piece, second layer, whatever you want to call it. The episode was it was action-packed. A lot of action had me like, again, as usual, just like, wow, dang. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great episode. Again, for me to definitively rank all the episodes of the season, I have to wait for that last final episode. And then I will probably end up doing something that I do not do because my attention span is so crazy. It's like, it's not even funny. I don't have an attention span that well. I guess just say you have a low attention span, Dave. Just say that. I'm trying to say so many words. But I don't usually do rewatches, but I guess if I want to rank these episodes, I'm gonna have to rewatch them or at least maybe read about the plots. But I think it'll probably serve me best if I rewatch all, I'm gonna say 8 episodes to really be able to rank them. But I can just go off my reactions here and just rank them because I do want to do that because, like I said, this season started off phenomenally strong. And, of course, you do hit that middle stride. But I feel like since it's like 8 episodes, though, that you can get away with that slow slump because even the slower episodes contributed to everything that's happening now. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes for next week, as always. We are coming up on the end. I do believe that next week is the final episode. I will be surprised if it wasn't, but I do definitely feel like it's going to be the final episode of the season. I'm excited about that. Again, great action pieces, great character interactions, all that stuff. It was a great episode. And yeah, that's practically all I have to say about this episode of Mandalorian. I know it seems like some of my reviews are getting shorter and shorter, or my opinions are seeming less and less filled out, but more can I say about this amazing series, The Mandalorian? So if you guys haven't yet, make sure you check out the latest episode of The Mandalorian. Is now available on Disney Plus. Again, if you like what you just saw here, hit the like button and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. We drop content every week. Last week, sadly, will be the last week, most likely be the last week that I'm here on Fridays for the Mandalorian reviews. But I think there's another show coming out that I am definitely open to do a weekly review of that I don't quite know yet, obviously, right? I definitely will be back in January. If I'm not back for the rest of this month, I will be back in January for the WandaVision. I'll be back every week for that one. I'll be back for Falcon and Winter Soldier. And you bet your bottom dollar I'll be back here for the Loki series, okay? So I'll be back here as many times, even if it's not Friday. I'll be back here every week with a review. Content's dropping every week. We're not going to stop that one. But anyway, remember to subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know this was a short video. I'm usually around a little longer. If you have thoughts about this episode, drop them down in the comment section down below. Or if you are watching live right now, hurry up. Type that question. Type your opinion. Type it. Hurry up. Oh, you didn't do it. I'll wait it. Hold on. I'll wait. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm really waiting. No? All right. Well, all hearts and minds are clear. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, remember to subscribe. Make sure you guys tune in on this coming Tuesday for Sam's anime review. Last time I said what it was, I jinxed it. So I said what it was, though, in the last video. Make sure you guys check out my video, my reaction to the Disney Investors Day. Make sure you guys check out that video. Until next time, you guys take it easy. Remember to stay safe, wear your mask, do all that you can to help bring this thing down even before the vaccine comes out. Help do what you can to help bring this pandemic and throw it in the garbage even before the vaccine. So, yeah, that's all I got to say. All right, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.